Pretty Trades here, and today I'm going to show you how to clean oil and other stains off of your concrete surfaces like a garage floor. And this method will work for a lot of different substances that are on your floor, and it will also work for a lot of different materials that you're trying to clean, not just concrete, but also any smooth surfaces as well. And the product that we're going to use here, this is called a pumice stone, and you can pick these up at your hardware store. I know Menards sells them and other hardware stores as well. They're only like $1 or $2 typically, so they're very cheap to buy. And what these pumice stones are is they're a very hard material, but it's very brittle and it's actually extremely light. These float in water when you put them in there. And they're very abrasive and they break apart as you scrape with them. And so they take the material off and they will wear down as you use them. And so if they get kind of gummed up from the oil or the other substance you're trying to clean up, the parts that are gummed up on the bar will break off and new ones will come on there that will help abrade them off. And so these really work on any smooth surfaces. Something like asphalt, if it's really bumpy or really rough, they're not too good at cleaning up spills on that surface. But if it's new asphalt that's very smooth, they'll typically work pretty well. The one thing you got to watch out for is they will scratch some surfaces because they are so abrasive. So to do a little test spot, the thing that I use them for the most, other than oil stains, is I use them for like toilets or other porcelain, like around the sink. They will scratch metals and some other surfaces that are painted, so be very careful with those. But they're really awesome for cleaning like toilets when they get all that nasty buildup in the bottom of them as well. If you're looking to purchase these, check out a link in the description to buy them. And all you do is you just scrape them like this. And typically I like to do a rubbing motion in a circle like this, and try not to brush too hard. Don't need to put very much force on it. And they're really good at pulling the oil off of there. And then once you've scraped all the oil off, you can sweep it up and dispose of it properly, because some states and counties and cities have different laws regarding cleanup of oil or other contaminated fluids. So make sure you're disposing of the fluids and the dust properly. So I mean, if you take a look at this, you really can't tell where it was from before. And it doesn't scratch the surface. It kind of polishes the surface a little bit. Just don't push too hard when you use the bar. But again, you can't even tell where the center spot was, because this does such a good job at removing and taking the particles off. And if you see here, it wore down the corner a little bit. But again, these bars are super cheap and they work extremely well at removing oil and other coolant stains off your driveway floor.